Can you solve all these class 3 maths? Chapter 7 time goes on questions. 1 day equal to dash hours.
Correct response. 24 hours is the most accurate answers.
1 hour equal to dash minutes.
You got it? Your choice 60 is right.
Dasara come in dash.
Smart pick. October is the correct choice.
A year has dash weeks.
Strong choice. 52 weeks is the right answer.
1 minute equal to dash seconds.
Excellent. 60 is a brilliant choice.
20 minutes after 5 sodas equal to?
Exactly. Fuss. 20 makes sense and it is right choice.
How many hours in a day?
Well reasoned. 24 is the correct choice.
Which month have 30 days?
Nicely done. April is a solid answer.
How many days have a week?
Excellent choice. 7 days is the right answer.
A leap year has dash 5 days.
You chose 366 and it is correct.
Which ones take more time?
Good job. Your answer sleeping works well here. Your maths class timing is well picked. 10 to 10. 40 is the correct answer.
How many days in a leap year?
Great job. 366 is the accurate answer.
Which day comes after Monday?
Good thinking. Tuesday is the right answer.
How many minutes have an hour?
Clear logic. Your choice 60 is sound and 100% true.
There are dash hours in a day.
Valid point. 24 is true.
Which day comes last in a year?
Great thinking. Children's Day is the right choice. 1 century is consist of years. 100 years is the answer.
There are dash the days in a week.
Well done. 7 is the right choice.
Which month comes after April?
Sharp thinking. May is the right choice.
Which day comes before Sunday?
On track. Saturday is the correct answer.
How many months have half year?
Nice work. You chose 6 and it is correct.
Which month is the odd one out?
You're right. July is the correct answer.
What is the last day of a week?
Perfect. Sunday is the correct choice.
What is the meaning of tomorrow?
Smart move. Next day is an accurate answer.
Which month comes before October?
Right choice. September is the best answer.
Independence Day is celebrated on.
Correct. 15 August is the right answer.
What is the meaning of yesterday?
Right again. Before day is a valid answer.
Which season is currently ongoing?
Solid response. Winter is a valid choice.
How many days are there in a year?
Nice selection. 365 is the correct and valid answer. How long does it take to boil milk? Good thinking. Minutes is the right answer.
How many months have 31 days in it?
Exactly. 7 makes sense and it is right choice.
What is the 10th month of the year?
Right again. Oct is a valid answer.
How many months does the year have?
Well picked. 12 is the correct answer.
Which months you come on class third?
Valid point. April 2020 is true.
We celebrate Children's Day on Dash.
Great thinking. 14 November is the right choice.
How many days in July-August months?
Correct response. 31 days is the most accurate answer.
How many days are there in September?
Good job. Your answer 30 works well here.
How many months in a year has 31 days?
Perfect. Sen is the correct choice.
How many months are present in a year?
You're right. 12 is the correct answer.
How many months are there in 1 year?
Great job. 12 is the accurate answer.
We take time for drink a glass of water.
Excellent choice. Seconds is the right answer.
Kush was born in 2020. How old is he now?
On track. 1 year is the correct answer.
In a leap year, how many days do we have?
Smart pick. 366 is the correct choice.
In leap year, February month have dash days.
Sharp thinking. 29 is the right choice.
From the following, which year is leap year?
Correct. 2016 is the right answer.
How much time will Sam take to snap a finger?
You chose seconds. And it is correct. The child born on the 29th February is known as Dash.
Well done.
Leapling is the right choice.
Which month is the shortest month of the year?
Excellent. February is a brilliant choice.
How many days are there in the month of January?
Clear logic. Your choice 31 days is sound and 100% true.
How many days holiday you get in summer vacation?
Nice selection. 40 days is the correct and valid answer.
In a leap year, February month has number of days.
Nicely done. 29 days is a solid answer. How long does it take for a banana to become ripe?
Nice work. You chose days, and it is correct.
In 1 day, minute hand goes dash rounds the clock.
Well reasoned. 24 rounds is the correct choice.
After Saturday, students have holiday. It is on dash.
Strong choice. Sunday is the right answer.
1 hour has 60 minutes, then 3 hours has dash minutes.
Solid response. 180 is a valid choice.
How long does it take to change from summer to winter?
Right choice. Months is the best answer.
Arab was born as 2002. If today is 2021.
Bravo. 19 years is the answer.
The total number of days in the month of September is dash.
You got it. Your choice 30 is right.
How long does it take to get promoted from 3rd to 4th class?
Smart move. Years is an accurate answer.
True or false? The hour hand moves from 2 to 4 in 10 minutes.
Well done. False is the right choice.
Which of the following works take less than an hour to complete?
Strong choice.
To boil milk is the right answer. If the day after tomorrow is a Sunday, then yesterday was a dash. Excellent choice. Thursday is the right answer.
Rizwan watched a movie with his friend. The movie was too dash long.
Great thinking. Hours is the right choice.
Which option is the closest to the time it takes to eat breakfast?
Exactly. 15 minutes makes sense and it is right choice.
My friend is twice my age. I am 5 years old. How old is my friend?
You got it. Your choice 10 is right. At 6 hours and 40 minutes, which number will the minute hand be on? Correct response. 8 is the most accurate answer. If today's your age is 8 years, so what will be your age after 5 years? Smart pick. 13 is the correct choice. If a lady was born in the year 1935, how old was she in the year 1956? Well reasoned. 21 is the correct choice.
If Monday is the first day of the week, then which is the 5th day of the week?
Smart move. Friday is an accurate answer. If the minute hand of a clock is at 6, the time shown by the clock could be correct. 02:30 is the right answer. On 7th October 2015, Sharon turned 27 years old. In which year will his age be 50? Good thinking. 2038 is the right answer.
What is the most likely estimate for the duration of your school's summer holidays?
Nice selection. 50 days is the correct and valid answer. Third grade goes to specials from 11:30 a.m. to 12:25 p.m. How long are you at specials? You're right. 55 minutes is the correct answer. In 2008, Chitra found a watch that she bought 7 years ago. In which year did she buy the watch? Right again. 2001 is a valid answer. If Ram is 08 years old and his father is 29 years old, then what is the age difference between them? Bravo. 21 years is the answer. If January 20 is a Tuesday, what day was January 18 of the same year?
Nice work. You chose Sunday, and it is correct.
I usually dash at 5 a.m. On track, get up is the correct answer. Recognize the type of clock.
Perfect. Sand clock is the correct choice.
What time is this? This is dash. Well picked. 2 is the correct answer. Salma is ready to pray duha at dash. Great job. 10:07 is the accurate answer. Does the time show a 11:45? Good job. Your answer, yes, it does works well here. I study at dash in the evening. Solid response. A 7:30 is a valid choice. It is 2:15 p.m. right now. Whitney says in 1 hour it will be 3. Soda p.m. Courtney says in 1 hour it will be 3:15 p.m. Who is correct? You chose Courtney. And it is correct. Match the clocks to the time shown on them. A to B when she 43 is true. Ben said the time was 6:20. Was Ben correct? Nicely done. True is a solid answer. Molly says it is 8:07. Is this the correct time? Excellent. False is a brilliant choice. What day of the week does 11th June 2014 fall on? Sharp thinking. Wednesday is the right choice. Here is a clock. The shortest hand is the dash the hand.
Clear logic. Your choice hour is sound and 100% true. What date is the third Tuesday on the calendar shown?
Right choice. October 15 is the best answer.
Tina gave her dog a bath Friday night. She started bathing him at 8:30 p.m. and was done at 9. So did p.m. How long did it take her to bathe her dog? Valid point. 30 minutes is true.
Observe the given chart. How many students like dogs? You chose 25, and it is correct. This clock has lost its minutes hand. What time could it be?
Exactly. 6 hours 45 minutes makes sense, and it is right choice.
Observe the given data and identify which is most in number.
On track. Hat is the correct answer.
On what day does the month of October start in the year 2014?
Excellent choice. Wednesday is the right answer. Amber baked a cake for her husband on his birthday. She put the cake in the oven at 1:10 p.m. for 48 minutes. What time was it when the cake was done baking? Nice work. You chose 1:58 p.m. and it is correct.
Tick the correct one which indicate numbers of days in months January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Your answer 3123 and 3 works well here. What time is it if the clock is showing this time in the morning? You're right. 6.
Orid am is the correct answer.
What will be the time 15 minutes before the time shown in the clock?
Excellent. 45 is a brilliant choice.
If each smiley represents 3 kids, then how many of them liked apples?
Well done. 12 is the right choice.
The birthdays of 4 siblings are shown in the table. Who is the oldest?
Nicely done. Malik is a solid answer.
Qanita started memorize Al-Quran at 5 o'clock. She have finished at 6 o'clock. How long does she memorize Al-Quran? Right again. 1 hour is a valid answer.
According to Image, what is the date and day of Mahatma Gandhi's birthday?
Ooh.
Right choice. October 2, 2020 is the best answer.
Match the activity to the unit of time. You would measure its duration in.
Strong choice. A3B4C2 is the right answer. A page from a diary of 2006 is shown here. What day would February Funds 2006 be?
Smart pick. Wednesday is the correct choice.
Look at the table. Which activity will take the least amount of time to complete?
Good thinking. Washing hands is the right answer.
Ria has circled the day of the school picnic on her calendar. What date is it on? Solid response because 2016 is a valid choice.
See the desk calendar in the image. What day and date should this calendar show 2 days later? Nice selection. Friday, 2nd July is the correct and valid answer.
Taran is making a calendar for his classroom. Which day of the week should August 22 fall on?
Correct response. Thursday is the most accurate answer.
Anya is 7 years old. Her grandmother told her that when she was Enya's age, she learned how to cycle. If Enya's grandmother is 72 years old now, how many years ago did she learn how to cycle?
Correct. 65 years ago is the right answer. Anuj has holidays only on second Saturday and fourth Saturday, and all Sundays in the month of July 2010. How many holidays did he get?
Smart move. 6 is an accurate answer.
Look at the calendar below. Mala has music class every Monday and Friday. How many music classes should she have in January 2005?
Well picked. 9 is the correct answer.
The clock shows the time now. The lunch break starts at 12 hours and 45 minutes. How much time is left until the lunch break begins?
You got it. Your choice 15 minutes is right.
The weekly timetable of Sunny's class is given below. Look at it and answer. What subject does Sunny's class have in the fourth period on Wednesday?
Perfect. Hindi is the correct choice.
Copy the table shown in the picture in your notebook. On any one day, note down the time of your daily activities from morning to night. Did you complete this activity?
Well reasoned. Yes is the correct choice.
The weekly timetable of Sunny's class is given below. Look at it, answer question. In a week, how many times does Sunny's class have English just before the lunch break?
Sharp thinking. 4 is the right choice.
Iqbal planted a sapling in a pot on 1st April 2007. On 1st September 2007, his plant had grown some beautiful flowers as seen in the picture. How long did it take for the plant to grow this much?
Bravo, 5 months is the answer.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Clear logic. Your choice contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is sound and 100% true.